This illustration covers the requirements for receptacle outlets not part of a permanent wiring system. In other words, we have a service that's on a pole, pedestal, or maybe even permanently installed on the building. But the service, as we pointed out, has to meet Article 230 completely. No wiring method less than. The grounding of the service has to meet Article 250. And it's mainly 250.50, 250.50A, and 250.53. And mainly those are the three governing sections here that I recommend reviewing. And then notice, as we previously reviewed, you could run a feeder out to a pedestal centrally located in a location where you could cord and plug connect extension cords, portable tools, and so forth. But what this illustration is pointing out, these receptacles are not part of the permanent wiring as you see in the illustration in accordance with NEC 590.6, A as in Apple 1, plus the exception. And these receptacle outlets, as you see to the right, are 125 volt single phase receptacles illustrated here, 15, 20, or 30, in accordance with 590.6A1. Now, pointing out, we're only addressing in this illustration the receptacles that are 125 volt single phase, and the size of the receptacles or rating, however you want to say that, or 15, 20, or 30, in accordance with 590.6A1. And then we have temporary lighting as shown with receptacles, not receptacles, but with covered lamps, as you see there, that are either tapped in or screwed in with a cap. We call them redhead caps, you know, out on construction site at times. And it just makes contact with the cable, and you don't have to make a splice, and yet we have a cover or a breakaway type light lamp there. So everything is illustrated here. We have the supports for the lighting fixtures, as you see, in accordance with 590.4J. And then we have the temporary lighting requirements of 590.4F. Now this section in 590 says you have to remove all that wiring that's temporary when you're going to put permanent wiring methods in, and the owner of the facilities accept the wiring method and methods that are permanent, and the authority having jurisdiction has give a green tag with a certificate of to occupy. So 10-38 deals with receptacle outlets that are not part of a permanent wiring method, is illustrated and outlined in 590.6, A as in Apple 1.